Students, I am a social teacher. In the last class, in our class, we discussed up to the lesson states and society in the medieval period. So, in India, so this lesson we already discussed. So, in the class, today we are going to discuss about the society. States and society. Already we discussed about the states. Now we are going to discuss about the medieval society. In the medieval society, there are number of group of peoples were living. So there are diverse peoples are living. That means there are different types of people, linguistic people, religious people, ethnic people were living. So here the first one we are going to discuss about the caste in the medieval period. Caste is the most distinctive aspect of Indian society. We first understand the dimensions of the caste. First, the fourfold division of the society as specified in the religious text referred as the Varna. In the society, there was a caste system. In this society, there were fourfold divisions that is called Varna Sastra. In the text, the religious text like Vedic text referred the Varna Sastra or Varna. Improving the status of their jati was a major preoccupation for all caste groups. That means there was a jati that is called a group here. This is particularly evident after the 14th century, when traditional local assemblies which controlled the resources and social instructions began to weaken. In the 14th century also it became too weak because the number of system was practiced. In traditional society, many castes were denied various social rights and privileges. So here the caste also created a mythical genealogy. So here the mythical, on the basis of the mythical genealogy, the caste was created, and this was used to justify the claim for the right to the higher status in the hierarchy. These genealogies are found in many of the manuscripts collected by Colin Mackenzie. So Colin Mackenzie, who collected a number of manuscripts. In the manuscripts, there was a system was followed that is called a caste system, and next one is the religion. In this religion, is different people that are living in the society. Diverse institution with different ideologies came up within the Bhakti movement. So Bhakti movement arose in the 16th century to revive their religion. So likewise here the leaders of this important leaders were Vidaranya. Saivits movement came up to Tamil Saiva Siddhanta, and here Veera Saiva in Karnataka, where the Bhakti movements were created, started by the religious leaders to improve that and to revive their religion. So likewise here the Buddhism and faded out in India. Buddhism and Jainism also the major religion, one of the major religion of India in one particular time. Now in the medieval period, this Buddhism and Jainism had faded out in India. So and also Jainism also lost ground in the most part of India. So that due to the Shankaracharya and Ramanuja, this Buddhism and Jainism faded out. It continued to thrive in a part of Gujarat and Marwar, especially among the trading communities with regard to Christianity. There were a small number of Christians group in Kerala claiming their origin to the time of Saint Thomas. So already we know about it. In the coastal region of Indian coastal region, particularly in the southern side, the coastal people were the small group of Christian missionaries who converted the people from Hinduism to Christianity. Likewise, today we can see that number of fishermen and coastal people were belonging to the Christianity. And another one, the Christianity took root when the Portuguese arrived in Kerala and set themselves up in Goa. In Goa itself, the local population was under great pressure to convert to Christianity. Among the fishing communities on the Pandian coast, the best known among the Jesuit missionaries was Saint Francis Xavier. So you can see in the picture, the savior who was instrumental in making the fishing community to take Christianity in the Tuticorin region. Another notable Jesuit was Roberto di Nobili. He was a scholar who also worked for the Christianity and who converted the people from Madurai. The North, a new religion, Sikhism, was founded by Guru Nanak. So Guru Nanak who founded the new religion, Sikhism. So Sikhism is one of the major religion. Number of Sikh people that who worshipping Guru Nanak as a god, who lived during 15th and 16th century. Sikhism grew in the strength in the spite of severe repression by Aurangzeb. Foreign religions also came to India when Jews and Zoroastrians migrated to India. So other religions also spread. The Jews also settled in India, and the Zoroastrians and the Persian people also came to India and they migrated here. And the major reason for the Persians come to India was that they fled from Persia because that the Jews were persecuted by the other religious people like Islamic people. So they fled from Persia to India and they settled in Gujarat. While the Jews lived in Kerala, Parsi merchants were among the richest. Parsi, who were called Parsis, Zoroastrians who were called the Parsis. That Parsis also settled in India and they were rich and most prominent in the port of Surat. So they had a well business. That is reason we call them rich people.